Hey guys, it's Faye and this is Day with Faye. It's actually been a month since I got engaged. What? It feels like it was just yesterday. So I want to take this vlog to talk about Mike. Even though he's not really going to be in this video. He's not as much of a video person as I am. I want to take this time to talk about how we met, how our first date was like, how he proposed, include some pictures in here for you guys. As always, there's timestamps in the description below if you want to skip through some things or there's like a specific piece of information you're looking for, so there you go. Okay, so I met Mike my sophomore year of college. I was 20 years old. I was friends with his roommate, Aleko. Hey Aleko, if you're watching this. Aleko and I had the same class and it was a really boring class and it was late in the afternoon and Aleko one time invited me like, hey, why don't you come meet my roommates? I live with 4 other guys. Aleko is not like a sketchy person, so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll meet your friends. And apparently his house was like on the way to my apartment, so I was like, okay, let's do it. It'll be like a fun little pit stop. So I go there, I meet his roommates. Mike is like sleeping and it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, who sleeps at 4? What the heck? And Aleko tells me, hey, we're gonna be making pizzas. And I was like, oh crap, I actually have an exam tomorrow and I think I probably should study. But I was like contemplating, because I was like, I really do want to be social, but I also want to make sure I get like an A on my exam, so I don't know what to do. So Mike comes out and I think my first interaction with him was like, I actually have to study for an exam. Is that weird if I study while you guys make pizza so I can hang out? And he was like, yeah, it is weird. And then I was like, oh, I guess I'll go home then. And then I literally left. And when I talk to Mike about it now, he's like, oh, I was saying that so you would stay and not study and we could hang out. I didn't really think that you would leave. But like, Ho didn't know that I was like really serious about my studies. So I left and I was like, that kid doesn't like me, whatever. It wasn't like, oh my God, love at first sight. He's my boyfriend who will be my fiance and my husband one day. Like, it wasn't like that. It was just like a normal interaction. Like, I was like so into my test that I wasn't really thinking like that. And then I got invited to go to his birthday party and I forgot about it. I remember that day I was like, I know I have something planned for today. What the heck? I'm just gonna go to bed early. I went to bed. The next 2 days I went to class and Aleko was like, hey, why didn't you come to the party? And I was like, that's what I forgot. And I was like, do I be honest or do I like lie? So I told Aleko the truth. I was like, listen, I totally forgot. I feel so bad. But you guys should have like a Halloween party. Like, that'll be fun. And they had these like epic parties at their house. I felt so bad. And ultimately they decided on having a Halloween party. I never really got lit in college. Like, I was really shy. I was really prude. I definitely had liquid courage beforehand, freshman year of college, but not like intensely. I remember my friend requested me like the day before the Halloween party and he messaged me and he was like, hey, I'm reminding you to come to the party tomorrow. I remember my roommate, who's like one of my best friends, Queenella. I was like, Queenella, he's trying to slide in my DMs. He wants some, LOL. I mean, like, little did I know. But when I asked Mike about it, he was like, no, I didn't really have that intention. You really did have those intentions, Mike. Like, come on. I'm just kidding, I don't know. So I go there and it's like super fun. Like, I have a lot of liquid courage, more than I've ever had before. Before I started dating Mike, I was extremely shy, never made the first move. Like, I hardly made moves at all. With liquid courage, I was a completely different person. I was like voicing like, I guess what I wanted. So I was like holding Mike's hand. I remember being like, what the heck? I like never do this, what the heck? Whatever, we're having a good time. And I didn't want the party to end. And Queenella was like, no, we gotta go. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna stay, whatever. Queen was like, no, we're leaving. Since we were leaving the party early and I had a lot of liquid courage in me, I was like, hey Mike, I really like hanging out with you. I think that we should hang out again. And he was like, yeah, next time you come over with Aleko, I will hang out then. And, you know, and if I didn't have liquid courage in me, I would have been like, oh, he doesn't like me, okay, bye. No, I want to hang out with just you and not everyone else. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, let me put my number in your phone. So I put my number in his phone. And that hoe waited like 24 hours to freaking text me, rode me through a roller coaster because I woke up and I was like, oh my God, what did I do? I didn't get any texts. This is crazy. And I was with friends and my friends were like, don't worry, just wait. And then like by like 6 p.m. I was like, F this, I'm over him. Bye Felicia, you know, like it's done. And then I get a text like an hour after I said that. I was like, ugh, now I have to go on this date. But I'm just kidding, I was actually really excited. I remember that day, we kind of just decided to like hang out. It actually was like the most epic first date I ever had. I was so nervous because he was gonna meet me outside of my classroom like when my class ended. And I remember being like, I don't know how I look like, I look crazy, I need to leave. A little bit early before class ended, I was like, I'm just gonna go find a bathroom, make sure I look okay. I get like a text and he's like, oh, where are you? I'm like, oh, I'm actually at our first meeting spot at this, is at the university auditorium at my school. And it had like this like piano area because I love piano, and I figured, you know, I feel most comfortable around music, so if I'm around the music, I can just distract myself with that and feel a little bit more confident. And Mike and I were playing piano together, which is really funny because Mike has literally never played the piano since our first date. So I don't know what that was about, but it was really cute, really fun. He was like, I can't believe that I've never been to this location. And I was like, yeah, I know all the secret spots at UF that are really cool. And so I was like, let me take you to my second favorite spot. So we went on the bus, and it was a bus route that I'm really familiar with. There was like a group of guys also on the bus with us who were kind of like stereotypical frat guys, probably going to play some sort of basketball game. All of a sudden I hear something drop to the ground. Hey, did you drop something? No, I didn't. He didn't even freaking check the floor, nothing. So we get out of the bus, and as soon as the bus drives away, Mike turns to me and he's like, that was my phone. I dropped my phone. I left my phone on the bus. And I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be a disaster date. Like as soon as he freaking told me that, that's what went through my mind. Like, lucky for you, I know this bus route like the back of my hand, and it loops around in like 7 minutes. So let's wait for it then. And there's only like literally one bus stop between that time. So the bus loops around, find the bus, it's like empty besides the bus driver. We look and then we're like, where the heck is your phone? We can't find it. So the bus driver was like, oh, I saw those group of guys pick it up and then leave. Did they get off at Southwest Rec Gym? And he was like, yeah, they did. We need to go to the Southwest Rec Gym. It's like literally like a 5-minute walk. Well, we can make it. And he was like, yeah, it looked like they were gonna play basketball. Like I heard them talking about basketball. And the crazy thing is that if this was me and I lost my phone, I would have been like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? But Mike was like so calm and collected, and I was like, this is really nice. Like I don't know people who are like this, so that's kind of cool. We go to the rec center and we go into the basketball stadium. We see those guys, like for real, we see them. So Mike goes up to one of the kids and he was like, hey, you guys have my phone. And that guy's jaw was like he had no idea. We were just on the bus with them, and he has no flippin' idea how we tracked them down and knew exactly where they were gonna be. So he was like in dismay, in shock. He was like, what the hell? He's like, my friend has it, let me go get it. And so he gets the phone, gives it to Mike. Mike and I are like jonesing. We're like, what the heck? How did we do this? We're like detectives, man. Like, what up? We rescued your phone. I can't believe that guy just gave it to you. So now we're like on a high. We go to the Bauman Center, which is one of my favorite places. And it's actually a chapel, which is kind of funny. So we go there and we play some piano, and it's actually funny because I have video from our first date. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like extremely nervous, kind of dying. So here's that video. Oops. then we just had food, we picked out. We ended up talking until like 7 a.m. the next day, and it was like great. Really, really amazing. Like I had never felt so at ease to talk to someone before. I definitely have had crushes before, but I never connected with people really well. Like I always felt like if I got to know my crush, I would be like, oh, I don't really want to see you again. But then with this, it was like, I really do want to see you again. So we like hung out every freaking day. I feel like it was kind of crazy. 2 weeks later, we were boyfriend, girlfriend, and I remember everyone flipped out because it was the first time I had a boyfriend in like, I don't know, like 5 years. And everyone was like, oh my god, who is this person? Like, you didn't tell me about that. I'm like, yeah, I'm dating this guy. And they're like, oh, how long have you been dating before you decided to be boyfriend, girlfriend? And it was like literally 2 weeks. And I told them that, and they're just like, girl, this is not smart. You're making a wrong decision. You guys are gonna break up. Like, I just doubt. And I was like, oh my god, I made a mistake. At the end of the day, it really felt right. I felt like I made the right decision, and I felt comfortable with my decision, and I felt really happy with it. And it wasn't a decision motivated by insecurities. And then 4 years later, Mike proposed to me. So let me tell you that story. So Mike and I were celebrating our 4-year anniversary on Miami Beach. So Mike surprised me with this like amazing, fantastic like hotel stay at the Eden Rock Miami Beach. He got this beautiful freaking room. Like I felt like I was dreaming. I've never been in a hotel room that's this nice. And I had like my suspicion. Mike and I had talked about getting married. I showed him a ring I liked like a year ago because I was like, hey, you know, if you ever want to, like, LOL, here's the ring I like, you know, that sort of deal. Just side note, you should talk about it and make sure you have like the same sort of like ideals of what a marriage is. I feel like that's necessary if you want to have a long, healthy relationship. Anyways, I had like a lot of red flags because I was like, this is suspicious. So like we went out to this really fancy sushi place. I was like, it's gonna happen here. And I was like freaking out, you know. He just kept like fidgeting. He had his hands in his pockets, but like side note, he always does. So, but I was like reading into it, and then nothing happened, and I was like, okay. But then Mike was like, hey, do you want to see the sunrise tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, we've only seen the sunrise one other time in our whole entire 4 years of being like together. Oh yeah, make sure to dress up because we're gonna have like breakfast at that fancy place again for in the morning. So then we're on the beach, really nice, it's really romantic, I'm having a lot of fun, and it's really pretty. I actually really love sunrises because it's just like calm, there's not a bunch of people around. I actually really do love sunrises. So I saw a photographer, but I was like, you know, photographers take pictures of sunrises, like I've done that before, it's not crazy. And then all of a sudden he gets down on one knee, and I swear to God, like freaking blackout, and I'm just like, what's happening? What? This is crazy. So I say yes, and then we have like a photo shoot, and I'm just like in shock the whole time, and I'm just like, is this real life? Like, am I dreaming? Is this like a real thing? But it was just so sweet and so well thought out, and he picked such a great photographer because I love photography. Photography is really important to me, and he went out of his way to pick this awesome ass photographer to take these beautiful photos of us, and that just meant so much to me, and it was just so sweet. It was really thoughtful and really sweet, and I'm so excited. So it's just crazy, and I can't believe it's been a month. I still feel like I'm on this like blackout. I'm really excited. You know, Mike is definitely my best friend. I tell him everything, like things I've never told anyone before. He is just so supportive, and I have never received the amount of support that I do from him. He means so much to me. Like, he really does. He's not like a boyfriend anymore. I mean, obviously because he's my fiance, but he really does feel like my family. I know a lot of people get engaged and they're like, I always knew, and it's just like I didn't, but maybe it's because I'm young and I just like I really didn't know. I just was kind of like in the ride. And then when we got Dexter, I kind of just felt like we're a family. This is my family, my like long-term family. I'm gonna be posting a lot more bridal-y videos. Like, I'm gonna be trying on wedding dresses. I'm gonna be trying on wedding shoes. And I'm gonna look for a wedding venue. Oh my god. I think the next bridally video I will have is my bridesmaids proposal boxes, but I'm still waiting for everything to ship before I assemble those. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video of getting to know me more, getting to know my relationship more. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like that. If there are any video ideas you have that you want to see from me, comment below, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Bye guys!